My mom and I are good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear because I remember watching, past seasons and it was a little rocky.
Yeah, I mean, my mom was 19 when she had me.
Oh, okay.
It's
a little young.
Yeah, the man I refer to as my dad is my stepdad.
Okay.
But like I said, he's known my mom since they were in second grade, and he
raised you.
He raised me from infancy, and so
The gospel artist.
yeah.
Okay.
And so the relationship with my mom, I think the more I began working on me, especially recently, I realized that I felt like my mom, I was holding a grudge. I just, there's so much that went on between my mom and my bio dad that I was actually lied to about. And so I kind of felt like, she was no better than my biological father at one point.
Are you in touch with him?
No. And
You don't sound like you want to be.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
And so I think what I realized was in the middle of the biological chaos, my dad, Dave, was the safe place.
Yeah.
And so the way that he was with us growing up versus the way my mom was, and my mom wasn't a bad mom, she was the best mom she knew how to be.
Yeah.
And again, that goes to the example you have growing up. I then had to look at how my mom, like all the pain my mom experienced growing up versus what my dad had growing up.
Right.
My grandparents just celebrated their 53rd wedding anniversary. So my Nana is probably the closest thing to Jesus on earth, real life, So when I look at the capacity there, my dad's love capacity is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. My mom's capacity is also very vast, but it's also very impatient and it's very critical and judgmental at times.
Right.
So that's what I didn't like. I didn't feel like I had the freedom to really just be me, and I felt like my mom at one point was so busy trying to make me into her idea versus nurturing who I was saying and showing her I was.
Do you think that's the source of your anger?
I think
Or
so.
when you were
I think
angry?
so, yeah. And so even with being with women, I knew I liked girls when I was younger.
Wow.
So
Is AD your first lesbian relationship?
no.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, open to the public.
to the public, yes.
Okay.
And so I think that even open to my family.
Yeah.
So I think that there were a lot of things that I would have done differently if my mom had done certain things differently. But she wasn't a bad mom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what I want to toast to? I want to toast to the fact that you're aware of that. Because a lot of people, when they go through things and then they act out and then they behave a certain way, don't know what the source is. So the fact that you've identified that, I think that's so powerful.
Thank you, girl.
I
Let me
really,
get my virgin.
really do. And I think that you're very, very, very intelligent and very articulate, and I love that.
Thank you.
So toast to that,
Thank
boo.
you. So yeah, so
Yes.
we're good. And
That's what's
of course, like I said, every relationship goes through ups and downs, and
Yeah.
it's never perfect.
I
And
think you're just like starting to bloom. Forget
that's
love
how
and
I
hip hop.
feel.